Hi, what's going on, guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, we're gonna be going over why I'm banned on Wizard101. Right? Out of all players, yes, me, I am banned. So I'll talk all about that. Hopefully you enjoy this type of content. So if you do, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. So let's just get into it, right? Am I banned on Wizard101? For 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm basically suspended for 4 weeks. Not really banned, it's just a suspension for 4 weeks. It happened to like a good amount of the community. It's not just me, it happened to me, Gume, and like a couple other people, including other content creators in the community as well, that did partake into the whole issue that happened. So that happened, right? Now, why am I banned? It's, if you don't know and you're out of the loop, right? I uploaded a video talking about the Crying Sky incident, right? About how Wiz essentially broke the raid. The raid had access to all the crown chests that were available once you ran in there. Once you ran in there, you were able to see all the crown chests and not have to do the raid at all, right? It was just there. So people were able to basically spend money and open those crown chests and get gear, etc., pins, whatever, Azoth, whatever it may be, whatever he drops, right? Pets, etc., right? And essentially this was not intended, of course, right? It's obviously not intended. You were able to get the gear from beating the raid, even though the raid is currently, at the moment where I'm recording this video, no one has beaten the raid, right? And people were able to open the crown chests for all the bosses, right? I feel like all the other bosses are fine, right? We've all defeated all the other bosses. Like, I've defeated Shabab Elemental, Voice of Death, all the priests. It's just the Hun Hao chest was the one that people were like very excited for, because that dropped the hat, robe, boots, wand that people wanted, including the pets, of course. But when it came to everything else, I felt like that it didn't seem like a big issue if you opened the crown chest. It's because like people have defeated those bosses. But it was mainly just for the Hun Hao one that it was causing controversy. So for that reason, me spamming the chest, I think I spent like, I'm just gonna outright say that I spent like around $300 on the chest. And that was just me switching between characters, of course, right? And I mean, it's not really just like a hidden thing. I'm just gonna keep this hidden. I mean, of course, it's kind of obvious I spent a lot due to the fact that I have all the Hun Hao gear and I can get all the Shabalba gear whenever we beat the raid. And I can just keep it on my myth and then just transmute all that gear from to Shabalba, and I have all the Hun Hao and all the Shabalba gear from the raid. And keeping on that, do I get to keep all my gear from the raid? Yeah, I do get to keep all my gear from the raid. So they're allowing all the players that did spend money on the raid to keep their gear. So I mean, it is a plus for the players who did spend money on there, but definitely, I mean, it's a 4-week suspension, right? So you got to keep that in mind, that hey, there's not going to be much Wiz content from me when it comes to it. Like, yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, why that's the case. I mean, obviously once the suspension's over, like, I'll probably get back to uploading as much as I can. It just depends on my mood, if I still want to upload or if I just want to go focus on other things. Was the ban justified, right? Do you think 4 weeks was completely justified for the ban? I think that's fine, right? 4 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. I know some players wanted it lowered, right? Because they're making, well, it's, hey, it's KI's fault for not testing the raid, you know? I mean, it is partially on their fault. Yes, I do agree. Like, they should have just went in there and tested it, right? And just see if everything was okay. I do agree with that. But I mean, it was up to the players that wanted to spend on the crown chest, right? And I know players are saying, oh, we're just gonna charge back this, that. I mean, hey, that's a whole separate topic, right? But I knew where this was gonna head, right? I still spent money on the chest and opened it, right? I mean, to be fair, at least I'm not queuing with the gear in PvP. I feel like the people who are queuing into PvP with it, I mean, you are getting a certain advantage on it. Even if the gear, some people are arguing it's just completely dog water, some pieces are actually like pretty good, in my opinion. If people actually see the gear. Obviously, I'll cover all the gear that I have once I do get unbanned, because that was the plan. The plan was to just keep all the gear and then just cover it, right? But so now that we got an official statement that we can keep the gear, I am completely fine with uploading videos on the gear, right? Just going over the stats and everything like that, which I know a lot of people do want to see. So that video will be out within like 4 weeks, I guess. So be on the lookout for that, right? If you guys are still with me within 4 weeks, of course. And then yeah, so I think it was justified though. I think 4 weeks is fine, right? It's not like a permaban, right? I think a lot of players would have been like really upset that if it was a permaban, because you know, we did spend money. It's not like the tomato basket glitch. It's not like one of those other glitches where like it's just free loot, right? We did technically spend money on it, right? You are spending money on a crown chest. So I think that's the route that they took, of course, and went for like a temp ban, which, hey, it is what it is, right? Now, will I still farm headless and open all the Halloween packs? Of course not, right? One, my account's banned, so I can't really farm headless, even though they actually updated headless to drop 3 to 5 spell elements, which I did comment on my previous video regarding the Bunferatu boss. You can still farm it. I mean, it's still 3 to 5 spell elements, but just there's nothing else there. There really isn't. I still was gonna farm it just to get tier 1, but hey, it is what it is. But can't farm it. And the same thing with the Halloween packs. I know there's a new pack out, but let me tell you this, guys, right now, it's just void gear, right? And I'm gonna save that for a separate video, just because I can talk about that for a whole video, right? And it's its own issue as itself, right? Because there's another argument that could be applied by there. But yeah, I won't be able to open any of the Halloween packs or anything like that till I get unbanned. But by the time I get unbanned, all the packs will be gone, all the Halloween stuff will be gone, because it'll already be November. And who knows when test ROM's coming out for Wallaroo. That's another thing. Once Wallaroo comes out with its test ROM, maybe I'll still be banned by then. I have no clue, right? I won't be able to do the test ROM stuff and record all the videos. So eventually, you know, if it does come out before I get unbanned, I mean, someone else can cover it in the community, whether it be Liam, Sauce, or anybody else in the community that uploads videos. They can cover the Wallaroo content. Your boy's gonna have to sit out. Let's move on to some other questions I did get. Are you still planning to raid? So even though I have basically all the gear now, right, and I can keep the pets, whatever, am I still raiding? I kind of answered this a couple times already on stream, but yeah, I still will be raiding regardless. Due to the fact that, hey, I mean, I want to be able to do the raid, right? I want to be able to do the raid and beat it. It is what it is. But I'll still try to beat the Hunhow raid, just to have it on my belt, right? I really don't care about Worlds First anymore. Just once I got Shabab Elemental done, like a lot of players got butthurt over like the tiniest thing, right? Because I didn't share that, hey, oh, we're working on Shabab Elemental, right? Whatever. But I feel like players are like obliged to know everything I'm doing every single time, which in itself is its own issue. So that's why I'm not really going for Hunhow. I mean, there's too much drama when it comes to the raid content. It's just really upsetting from the PvE point. Like PvP players, like I get it, people get butthurt, you know, hey, you're sniping me, whatever. But PvE players, like, bro, what the hell, man? I don't know. This community has like just been going downhill with this new Shababa raid. It's just all over the place. But yeah, I'll still raid, probably stream it eventually, you know, once somebody, I would hope somebody defeats it in the next 4 weeks, right? If not, that's kind of concerning. But yeah, I will still raid, and I'll eventually start streaming my attempts and make content on it, of course. I know a lot of people want me to upload my raid content and everything like that, but I'll see what I can do for the next 4 weeks when it comes to content wise, right? Will it be a guide on the raid as a whole? Yeah, there was a plan for uploading a guide on the whole raid, of course. Obviously, I'm still working on it because I want to have 2 different guides, right, on the channel. One, like, that's a simple way of just how to spawn in Hunhow, the basic concepts of the raid, and then the advanced method, which is like what kind of spells would be beneficial in what fights, stuff like that, right? Because I'm not going to upload an hour video just like one thing or both things. It's probably even a little bit longer, just knowing the concept. So there'll still be a video on it, but it is kind of delayed due to the fact that A, I am kind of banned right now, and 2, I don't know what changes are made in the raid, right? Because they're not really clear when it comes to that. Yeah, we just kind of have to wait, right? Because we don't know what was changed exactly. Yeah, we got a rough estimate of what changed, but not in depth, like, hey, these enemies were nerfed, or these enemies were buffed, etc. You know, like I don't know, right? They're kind of vague when it comes to that type of stuff, which to me, to this still day, like it's been like this for years, and it's just never going to change, right? You can ask them as much as they want, but like they won't be like clear to the point of what got nerfed exactly, pinpoint, right? But yeah. Now, what will happen to this channel, the Discord, the Twitch? What's gonna happen to all that, right? Since I am kind of banned. Now, here's the issue. Obviously, I did stream today when, you know, if you guys are in my chat, there was like, you know, 40 plus people watching me play Wiz, and I was on my alt, right? And I thought playing on my alt was completely fine, right? Because I didn't do anything that was illegal on there, right? I didn't do any hunt howl things. I didn't do any raids or anything like that on that account. Turns out I got suspended on that account too. I don't know why. It's not linked to my family account or anything like that, so that's another issue, right? I don't know if that was intended or just literally happened on stream, so I have no clue when it comes to that. I guess they just really don't want me to make content on this game. If that's the case, like, I'm probably just not gonna upload anymore and just probably do a ferric and grow up and do other things in life. But to me, that was like too far, right? It was just too far. But yeah, that as a channel, the Discord, as a Twitch, like, of course, like, the Discord is still there, right? If you guys have any questions, I can do my best, right? Obviously, I can't help people farm or anything like that. Just can't really do that. Same thing with the Twitch. I don't know what I'm gonna do on the Twitch channel. Probably just play Fortnite, right? Or play other games at the moment. If that's something you guys want to see, definitely stop by the Twitch channel, right? If you guys want me to play Wiz, I don't know if I'm allowed to, right? Due to the fact that since my alt got banned, it just makes me seem like I shouldn't play Wiz as a whole. And I would have to get confirmation from devs if I'm allowed to or not, because yeah, and this has definitely messed up my channel as a whole, because the fact that I don't think I'm making into the extra credits program either, right? I know this is kind of like a niche topic to bring up, but definitely this has affected my rep to join the extra credits program. I know people have done worse and still made it into the extra credit program, but hey, anything's possible. This could just bring, like, put my channel as a whole downfall, right? Because of the whole hunt house stuff, which, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I mean, I still spent money on it, right? Compared to what other people did, it's way worse. But that's just basically all the questions from what I heard from the community that were asking me stuff. I'll just have to wait and see what happens. I know a lot of players are kind of sad that I'm banned or temp banned or whatever. They want me to make content, but I generally can't, right? I know a lot of people want me to play Wiz. I can't, and the only person to blame is literally myself, right? For the whole hunt house stuff. It's like, it is what it is, right? And what's crazy is with the whole thing getting banned, right? It's not just me, it's like other players in the community too that got, you know, suspended or whatever, banned, suspended, whatever, for 4 weeks. Players decided to hide all their raid guides because of that, because they'd wanted to get worlds first that badly. Which, I mean, hey, I get that, right? But it's the same players that were bashing me for the Shabab elemental stuff, which is, to me, it's still wild to hear, right? Like, people got mad over a side boss, but when it came to the actual boss, everyone's deciding to do the same exact thing I did. I have no clue, man. Community is like Two-Face. I've always said this from the fact. Not much you can do about that. But I'll still try my best. Like I said, when it comes to the content, all the content I did have planned kind of got scrapped, right? It is what it is. But hopefully, you know, if I get unbanned by the time Wallaroo Test Room comes out, I'll cover it. If not, there will be other content creators, right? I would hope so, that can do the content that I do instead of it just always be me. And you know, if I disappear, there's not much I can do about it, right? But hey, I'm the only person I have to blame is myself, right? But that is it from me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. There will be a video still regarding the new pack that came out in the next couple days, because that has its own issue, which I think I should still talk about. And it kind of relates to this. It's like hand in hand in a way, but we'll talk about that as well. And basically that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the Discord down below. If you guys have any suggestions what I should do on the channel, Let me know in the comments below as well. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, right? About me getting essentially banned for now, for the next 4 weeks. And yeah. It is what it is, guys. We'll see if I come back. We'll see. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.